My friends are my power. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
How's it going, nerds? Welcome back to Nerd Explosion, the weekly podcast where based on the monthly theme, we nerd out about whatever we want. I'm Cameron, and I am solo again this episode. Not because Jade isn't here, she's very much here. In fact, she's in another room. She's currently taking a bath because she does not feel good. She's a little under the weather, so I told her just set up for this episode, it's fine, I'll figure out something to do solo. Speaking of, actually, before getting into that, I want to do some news about this podcast. Come May, the uploads or the episodes might be a little scattered and non-existent some weeks because May 7th we are moving out of the place we are currently in and moving about 20 minutes, out of the way. So, yeah, it's going to be a little hectic for May. So I don't know what the schedule is. I'll just, try to figure it out as we go. I got to switch over internet too, because this is the bullshit thing. Okay, so listen to this. So I have Xfinity right now for internet, right? And it's pretty decent internet, but apparently the place we're moving to doesn't support Xfinity. So we got to get a whole new service for internet, and it's just going to be a huge hassle. So, like I said, episodes in May are going to be kind of a little weird, but anyway, that's then, and this is now. Today's episode, I'm taking a break from tier list because, I'm by myself, and I'm just going to do a good old Reddit episode. I'm going to read some Am I the Asshole stories. Just for good old times, just you and me. Story time with Cameron. Alright, but before we get into that, new episodes come out every Saturday, so do all the things and all the stuff, but let's get into some Reddit stories, shall we? Our first story. Am I the asshole if my boyfriend made a meal and asked me how it was and I said, fine? So my boyfriend made chicken breast with some white rice, a salad with garlic, and we had some pickles and beetroot on the side from jars, and we sit down and he says, how is it? I said, fine. There's nothing special. Everything tastes as it should. And he got upset and said he added extra garlic and the lettuce and soy sauce on the chicken breast. We both said we couldn't taste it. And I said, I'm not used to making comments about food like he is in his family. When we eat with his mother, everyone has to say something along the lines of, how delicious, this is so tasty, yum, at every meal. And in my family, we probably find that behavior a bit fake. We just sit down and talk about other things, and if there was something new in the food, then that would be a normal question to ask, how it was. So he got really upset because I should have just said, it's great or it's good, instead of a normal and not very enthusiastic, it's fine, everything tastes as it should. And he proceeded to pick his plate up and left to eat in the office. I don't like partaking in a family, I don't feel like partaking in a family tradition I don't feel is natural. I feel like I'm forced to say something I don't care about it or don't believe in. It's chicken breast and white rice. I mean, am I the asshole for not making a bigger deal out of a simple meal? Is he overreacting, or should I just be fake and oblige and say it's really tasty every single fucking meal? Now, people are saying that OP here is the asshole. I'm going to scroll down to this first comment from this comment down here that says, okay, let's break this down differently. I'll be making some assumptions because there isn't a ton of context. Boyfriend goes out of his way and makes a nice dinner. Acts excited about doing something nice. Girlfriend acts like not only is it not special, but that it is very good. Boyfriend feels embarrassed and deflated. Acts hurt. Girlfriend thinks it's dumb to treat people nicely when they do something nice. Either this isn't a match that you understand each other at all, or you need to be nicer, or both. You're the asshole. When they point it out like that, I can kind of understand it, because basically it seems like this guy, based on, only making assumptions, just like they said, there's not much context. And I don't know if I'm eager to say OP's the asshole either, because, again, there's not much context. But if we're going under the assumption that, okay, the boyfriend got really excited to make a meal and was really proud of it, and he asked how it was, and if OP is just like, it's fine, whatever, I can see how the boyfriend would be hurt by that, and I can see how the girlfriend would definitely be the asshole here. So if that's the context, then OP is definitely the asshole. But like I said, there's not really that much information here to go off of. So I'm gonna save judgment on who's the asshole here because, like I said, there's context missing. Like we need more context with this story. Here's another one that really caught my attention. Am I the asshole for ignoring a baby on a train? I was on the train yesterday traveling up to university as I had an important exam. I was super stressed out just trying to do my flashcards on my phone. I was sitting at a 4-seater, it was a really quiet train, when this woman with a large buggy sits right across from me, effectively shutting me in. I thought it was weird because she knew I would have no space if she sat there. Obviously, I had practically no space but only had 30 minutes of my journey left, so I just smiled at the toddler and kept doing my flashcards. Here's where I may be the asshole. The toddler kept moving about on the seats and screaming when I was just trying to focus. I even had my earphones in to try and block the noise so I could study. I, without even thinking about it, let out a sigh. I didn't even mean it. The mom looked at me and asked if I was bothering her. I said, no, I'm just trying to focus. She then said I was strange for not even entertaining her child for the journey. I didn't even say hello to him or anything. I could have gave her a break. Oh, I have some thoughts on this, but let's finish the post. I was shocked by this because why am I, a stranger, meant to entertain your child? Just because you sat right next to me and blocked me on a quiet train? It was so weird of her. I just nodded and went back to what I was doing because I had other things on my mind. Am I the asshole? Absolutely not. It is not everyone else's responsibility to watch your child. You bring the toddler into a public space, you are still responsible for your child. You can't just lump your responsibility on somebody else because you need a break. You're a fucking parent. Whether you're tired or not, you still have to parent that child. You can't just give up when it's convenient for you. Like, my God, I hate these types of people. Because my biggest thing, now, me and Kate aren't parents yet. Hopefully we will be soon. But the thing I hate that I see parents do is excuse their child's behavior for whatever reason. Like, oh, they're just a kid. Or like, oh, they just have autism. The autism thing especially gets me because if a kid is autistic, you can still correct their behavior. A lot of times you have to adjust how you do it, but they're still a child and they're still your child. Like, you can't just let them run free and do whatever they want and expect everyone else to accommodate that shitty behavior, you know? I mean, that's how you end up with kids who throw food at the Minecraft movie. Do you think, that's why this trend is going on. That's why all these kids are throwing food and just acting like fools at the Minecraft movie. Because their parents don't give a shit. But no, I hate when parents just, will let their kids do whatever they want and then blame everyone else for getting mad at the kids. For example, like my upstairs neighbors, their kid stomps around all the time. I've talked to them about it, and the guy keeps making up excuses for his kid. I'm like, no, you have to wrangle your kid. No, you tell him, you try to get them to understand, hey, you're on a second floor apartment, maybe don't stomp around. My God, how hard is that to understand? And hopefully I'm saying it loud enough that they actually hear me. But it's just, I don't know. One of the things that infuriates me in this world, like I said, is just parents letting their kids do whatever and then expecting the world to do the parenting for them. So, yeah, no. Back to the point of the story, OP is definitely not the asshole here. Speaking of neurodivergency, this next story. Am I the asshole for not eating food made for me on a day because I'm picky? I, 24 female, am a single mom of an 8-year-old. I was in a bad relationship as a teen, which led to me being pregnant. I haven't exactly dated since, maybe been out on a few dates. My daughter has a condition called ARFID. It means she has a very restricted diet and is very much connected to her ASD. I don't force her to eat certain things that are her unsafe foods. Since her diagnosis, I've been quite sure I might have it too, but I cook for us both and am self-sufficient, so it doesn't bother me day to day enough to think about it. Anyway, about a month ago, I went on a date to which we went out to dinner, and it was amazing. He was so open to meeting my daughter in the future and being a family man. I only do serious relationships, so yes, this is stuff that was discussed on the first date, lol. The second date was a week ago. I went over to his place, not for anything weird, just to watch a movie. He then made dinner. Don't get me wrong, it looked amazing, but I felt awful telling him I actually couldn't eat it. Usually, if something is an unsafe food for me, such as melted cheese or vinegar, I'll still choke it down to be polite and just vomit and cry later. But he had, sorry, the vomit and cry later, it's kind of funny. But he had put my one hard no in there. He had put my one hard no in there. Mayo. Oh, really? I love mayo. I hate it, but more importantly, I'm actually just allergic to eggs. Pretty severely. He knew this, as I told him on the first date. He was cool with this on the date. Once he gave me the food, I apologized so much, but I couldn't eat it. He replied with, "Once we get you past this mayo thing, my daughter's name can get over her crap too." I was pretty mad about that comment, and it snapped back that I'm not eating his gross food and to not talk about my daughter like that. He apologized instantly, saying that's not what he meant and that it was a stupidly rude joke. I said I was sorry for calling his food gross. It actually looked really good. We ordered some macas. Oh, okay, they're Australian. And I went home soon after. He seemed okay. For context, macas is basically what they call McDonald's in Australia. About an hour later, I texted him that I had a lot of fun and sorry about the situation. He said, "It's fine, just didn't have to be such a dick about it." I was confused. We went home happy. I apologized some more, and he brought back up me saying that it was gross and refusing to eat it. He was completely ignoring the allergy part of it and saying, "You really need to get over this, Cass. It's childish and it's not the way you raise a kid." Things like that. I know being picky is annoying, but I don't feel like I did anything too wrong. Am I the asshole? No, not at all. You said you have a legitimate allergy to eggs, and mayo is just egg and oil, essentially. I mean, there's other stuff thrown in, but mayo is essentially made with egg and oil, so it's like 90% egg right there. So obviously, if you're allergic to eggs, can't really eat anything with egg in it. That's understandable. This comment down here kind of put together what I was thinking too. Not the asshole. He's not the one. Based on his attitude and what he said and how he acted, he's the type to not believe allergies are real. Food will continue to be an issue with him. He's already proven he's close-minded about legitimate disorders and food allergies, and has been rude, condescending, and judgmental. He's not going to magically grow up and become a considerate and understanding partner. Please don't subject your child to his attitude. He seems like the type to forget your allergies and sneak ingredients in to test you. He's not a safe person. Yeah, this guy sounds like a walking red flag. Like, if he thinks you're just gonna get over this allergy, like, if you continue a relationship with this guy, he will definitely sneak some food into either your or your daughter's food and possibly send you to the hospital or kill you. One of the two. But yeah, I would just definitely walk away. Just leave this guy in the dust where he belongs. Leave him in the trash bin where he belongs, girl. Or just boo, he ain't the one. Mm-hmm. 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 Alright, let's do one more. Am I the asshole for telling my girlfriend her Instagram photos are too edited and saying I'll post the originals if she doesn't take them down? Okay, we got a weird one here, folks. My girlfriend, 29 female, who has a decent following on Instagram, and I, 35 male, just got back from a trip to Mexico. We took a ton of photos, most of them on my phone because I have a better camera, and today she posted a bunch on Instagram, but they were all edited using FaceApp or something. She edited so much, she changed her chin, made her eyes slightly bigger, narrowed her shoulders and waist, and gave herself a perfectly round butt that straight up does not exist in real life. She also edited my face without asking me. I compared them to the originals and told her it's too much. I said editing yourself like that is basically lying, and it makes both of us look fake, and she said I was overreacting. I told her to take them down, and she refused, so I told her if she keeps them up, then I'll post the originals. She's pissed now and says I'm being mean that it's not a big deal. I don't think I'm the asshole. I just don't want to be part of some fake version of ourselves online. am I the asshole? This comment down here, this top comment says, everyone sucks here. This is weird, and frankly, I wouldn't want to be with someone who thinks it's acceptable to alter my image on their social media, not to protect me, but to make me more palatable to their followers. Fuck that noise. That said, threatening to post originals if she doesn't is being heavy-handed. If you don't want to be with someone who can't stand themselves and needs to alter every image, then break up with her. Don't threaten to out her. Trying to control what she does through threats is fucked up. Yeah, I definitely see that. Like, yeah, you know, editing photos, especially if you're partnered without their consent, is kind of messed up. But also threatening to be like, if they have poor body image, threatening to be like, well, I'm going to show everyone who you really are, that's kind of fucked up too. So, I agree with this top comment. I think everyone sucks here. I think you guys either, like, this couple obviously needs to either have a long conversation about things or just break up, one of the two. Like, and that's the crux of most, like, relationship problems on Reddit. It's you either communicate or you split. Like, one of the two. Like, that's your only options. You either communicate and work it out, or you go your separate ways. That's really all there is to it. This has been Relationship Advice with Nerd Explosion. Alright, I think that'll do it for stories today, and since my upstairs neighbors are getting a lot more rowdy, I think this is a good place to end the episode. I don't know what's going to happen next week with this. Like I said, May's going to be kind of hectic for episodes, but we'll see what happens. But if you guys have any suggestions for episodes, you know, as always, leave them on the socials. Link is in the description. But with that, hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Hope you guys drank plenty of fluids, whatever your fluid of choices. Oh god, I burped. Whatever your fluid of choices, water, Monster, just not piss, you nasties. I've been Cameron, and as always, I'll see you in the next one. Nerd out.